Don't come looking for me, Megan, okay? Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Barbados. This is just going to be a very quick video. We are getting ready for the Trooping of the Colour. I am so excited. Princess Catherine is going to be attending the Trooping of the Colour. Oh my goodness, this makes me feel so good. I know in our community, we have given her privacy. We have had patience with her. I just want all of mainstream media to know that she's not out here for you guys, okay? She's not trying to prove anything to you guys.
Are you ready for it?
She is just coming out here for her family, for her children, and for herself in a way. I know that she's been doing very well in her therapy and she's feeling good and strong, and she's going to make it. I'm just so happy about that, as you can imagine. So I do have a couple of stories to cover today, but before that, I just have a quick PSA. I will be doing a recap video of the Trooping of the Colour. I'll just show you my highlights and what I enjoyed and, you know, my take on the whole day of events. I'm not going to be able to live stream it. Why? Because BBC likes to play games. She's a petty bitch, okay? Like last time when there was coronation, BBC announced that anyone can live stream it. There's going to be no copyright problems and all this kind of thing. And there was. So I'm just going to do my own recap afterwards where there would not be that problem. Also, I don't want to be live streaming it with you guys, chatting with you guys, and then the feed gets just cut out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So I think it's just better to do it that way. Also, I'm up for promotion. Thank you all so much for supporting me. It is because of you that I have reached 100,000 subscribers, which means I'm up for promotion in YouTube world. That means I'm going to get a play button, a plaque. So in this time for the next 10 days, my channel will be under review and they will be sending me my play button. And that is when I will do a live as I unbox the play button, which is what you guys gave me by being here for me and sticking with me. I think I have a nice place for her right here. So I can't wait to do that with you, and that's when we'll live stream and chit chat about all the things that we want to talk about. So that's where we are right now. So we have to conduct ourselves accordingly. Speaking of the Trooping of the Colour, King Charles probably is not worried about this foolery, tomfoolishness-ery that went on when his painting was defaced. The new official portrait of King Charles III, painted by British artist Jonathan Yeo, was vandalized weeks after it was unveiled. And I say to that, too late. Okay? I have in solidarity also defaced my painting. At the end of the day, you done know that Jonathan Yeo defaced his own painting before you all got to it, vandals. It was not necessary. But instead they came with these little stencils. I'm still trying to figure out if this painting has glass over it. I really hope it does. Footage released by activist group Animal Rising showed two people covering the painting with a character from the cartoon Wallace and Gromit. The portrait had been on display at London's Philip Mould Gallery. And I did say in one of my videos that it was free entry to come and see the painting, which is a problem. You see, the way we do things in the Caribbean is you have to pay. If you charge people to come to your event or your venue or whatever, you will get a lot less shenanigans going on. That's what we believe in the Caribbean. So you can almost tell based on the price of entry to things how much tomfoolery is going to go on. You have to charge people. And the thing is that the king, the royal family, they are so charitable that they would have never thought of charging. They want the public to be part of it. But remember what happened with Ngozi Fulani. If they had charged her a ticket price to go to that event, well, she probably wouldn't have showed up One. But to be honest, I don't even think Ngozi Fulani would have ever even met Lady Hussey if they were charging for that event. Anyway, these hair reprobates also got to go into the Philip Mould Gallery for free on this day. So although these two reprobates didn't get to throw any liquids at the paintings as they normally do, they did put up this stencil with the face that I have here, and then they have a speech bubble saying, "No cheese, Grummet. Look at all this cruelty on RSPCA farms." They really thought they did something there, didn't they? I get secondhand embarrassment when people think that they did something. It's really sad. And then they wander off into the sunset like little trolls with their paint rollers and their large camping backpack. Can I just ask something? Do they not check these bags? This huge bag, when you go to an event or venue with lots of people, children, and so on and so forth, you need to have security check bags, don't you? I mean, even when you go to some movie theaters, they check the bags to make sure you haven't brought in any cheeky snacks. How did he come with this big old camping bag, which could have had an AK-47 in it, could have had a bazooka in it, could have had anything in it, and he got through? And this is obviously an extendable handle on the roller brush. Nobody said, "Sir, step this way, let me check your bags." And then they would have been like, "Oh, a paintbrush. We aren't really expecting any works to be done today here at this gallery. Step outside." I don't understand how this is so lax. And there's so many cameramen there. The brazenness of these two fools who have never got any attention their entire lives, let's face it. These are definitely kids that got no attention from their parents. To go in front of these cameras and they just be stenciling on stuff. Like, it's so cringe. They look like the last people anyone wants to go and hang out with. They look like rejects and they think they're doing something. And this is why it's so cringe. Anyway, they're fighting for the RSPCA. They're fighting for animal rights, apparently. You know who else is fighting for animal rights? And now we come to our headline article, Doggate. I don't even know where to start myself. An email from Meghan Markle to an animal shelter has been leaked, and Popcorn Planet, Andy Signor, got hold of this email. This is before Meghan met Harry, okay? The subject is a plea for Bruno, time sensitive. Too late, time sensitive, okay? So let me just give you the rundown before I read the actual email. Meghan Markle went to an animal shelter one day and decided she wanted a dog. She took so darn long to decide whether she wanted the dog that the dog was then adopted by another person. She comes back to the animal shelter and finds the dog is gone, and then decides to manipulate, tries to bribe financially and also with promising exposure on her social media, which at the time was booming, to get this dog, which has already been rehomed. Upon finding out that the dog has been rehomed that she wanted, she goes to great lengths, which is why I'm not upset about the email being leaked, to then stalk and get the contact information somehow for the new owner of the dog she wanted, and harasses and harangues him for a play date all kind of 6 months later. If I am the owner of the dog, if I'm that guy, I would have been very suspicious that she might be coming to say that my dog is not being treated well and therefore should go back to her. Because in this email, she is trying to get the dog from whoever has it. But luckily, the guy has a lot of clout in LA too, more than her. In fact, he is a screenwriter himself and his mother is also a very famous author. So she couldn't really play with him. She ended up adopting the sibling of the dog that she really wanted. It wasn't even coming from a genuine place. She wanted the dog because all of the Suits cast members that did not like her, and we know they didn't like her because we saw the awards show where they did not have her number and they wanted nothing to do with her.
Who texted Meghan and said, "You gotta come to the Golden Globes, Meghan Markle"?
We don't have her number.
Yeah!
All of those people had these dogs and they had this kind of play group where all the dogs were on set. So what she really wanted was to get a dog so that she could have an in with them, because she couldn't get it through her good graces. She couldn't get it in with them through her personality. So she was trying to use the dog to get in there with them. That's why it took her so long to decide to have the dog, because when you go and try to get a animal to adopt, immediately as you have a connection, which she claimed to have, you get that dog. Like, nothing can stop you from getting that dog. Now you can go over to Andy's channel and look at his take on the whole thing as well. He got the scoop and he deserves you to go over there and look at it. But also, Meghan Markle is very litigious. So Don't come looking for me, Meghan. Okay. So anyway, this is from Meghan Markle to Spot Los Angeles. Subject: a plea for Bruno, time sensitive. She says, "My name is Meghan Markle. I'm an actress on the USA Network series Suits, and in the past 2 days, I have fallen in love with Bruno. My husband was traveling yesterday when I came in, and today, when we arrived at opening, we were told that another application had been put in for him. I wanted to share my thoughts that far extended what an application can include. My husband and I have been together for 9 years, and I've been searching for a dog for many months now. Bruno's size, temperament, and personality fit perfectly with our lifestyle. I film in Toronto for 8 months out of the year, during which my husband visits every other week and each day on set. My other castmates bring their dogs, who all play and have a space to be social and love." By the way, I'm not going to interrupt this email anymore, but I just want to say a lot of grammatical errors. "They are never alone, and they are adored. Their names are Charlie, Biscuit, Bug, and Wheezy. Bruno would be a beloved addition to my Suits family, but more importantly, to my family at home with me and Trevor, my husband. I would happily tweet and use social media to support Spot and share my excitement over finding our dog there, and support the rescue mission of the store in any other way possible, while home on hiatus and filming abroad." What the hell? "While home on hiatus and filming abroad, either monetarily or through social media. At the end of the day, I want Bruno to have a good home. I would love for that to be with me and my husband, but trust that you will make the best decision you deem fit." They already made, I said I was going to interrupt. They already made the decision. The dog has been rehomed. The dog gone. I would just be remiss if I didn't reach out and make a plea to you directly. Ask Tilly and Fabi. I was heartbroken about leaving Bruno behind today. I am happy to show you our very dog-friendly home and to sit down and meet with you and answer any and all questions. Thank you for your consideration. It would really mean the world to us. Best, Meghan Markle. Best, comma. But anyway, I hate that she says best because that's how I sign off my emails if you're ever going for me. But I did not know that she did, and I'm just cringing right now, and I'm just trying to figure out something else for me to say because I can't even use best anymore, apparently. Anyway, she says, "Sent from my feisty iPhone. Please excuse typos and brevity." What happens is that in 3 months, she divorces Trevor. It ends up that she does in fact give away the dog to her neighbor because the dog never liked Harry.
Meghan Markle is allegedly choosing her man over her man's best friend. So the Duchess posted these photos with her 2 pooches back when she had her own private social media account. Meghan took her Beagle Guy with her when she moved to the UK 3 years ago, but according to The Sun, Meghan left her lab mix Bogart back in Canada because he reportedly didn't take to Harry.
Now that could be because the dog has bonded with somebody else while she's traveling and changing men, or it could just be because the dog's a rescue dog, and everyone knows that rescue dogs are very anxious. In fact, even with a stable home, it is difficult to leave the dog for hours or go on holiday or anything because these dogs are very anxious and are needy. They need a lot of attention. It could be for any of those reasons, but people are saying it's because the dog did not like Harry, and so therefore she had to give the dog to the neighbor. So at the end of the day, her heart was not even in it. Tell me what you think. Do you think that it's just that Meghan Markle is a spoiled brat? She was overindulged by her father, overcompensated by her mother. You can say all those things, but this is a grown woman at this time in her 30s, late 30s. Why would she be so crazy and own wayish, as we say, that she would think that her ideas, like the application process, she doesn't need you to do that with her. She's going to tell you how to run your business. If you would just read her email, you wouldn't have to do any of the things that you do as protocol in your business. You can be spoiled. And I'm sure there are a lot more people who have been spoiled in this world than her. All kinds of trust fund babies and all. Meghan is unmannerly. Meghan is feral, really. You're trying to appeal to somebody. You say it's a plea, but you're really telling them what they need to do. Oh, one more thing I have to tell you. Talking about these dogs and stuff. I remember watching these movies on Lifetime. Meghan and Harry, this and that. Meghan and Harry falling in love, whatever. I can't remember all of them. And I will find the clip. I will. But right now, because I'm rushing to do the trooping and whatever, I can't find it right now. But I will tell you how it went. So there's a scene in one of these Meghan and Harry Lifetime movies where she's just had her first romantical evening with Harry. Intimacy, And they wake up in the morning and she's like, "I really have to go because I have to go to a custody hearing." And Harry's like, "You have children?" And she's like, "No, my dogs. I have to decide in my divorce about my dogs." If that scene is really true to life, how could Harry feel asking this woman that he's just been intimate with if she has children or not? Like he did not know that. How could Meghan feel answering that question? Like, I don't even know this man well enough that he doesn't even know if I have children. Like, what went on there? It just seems very crazy. And they're still so crazy. They really are. I'm going to find that scene, but I know it's from one of these movies. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching me. I'm super excited today. Sorry, so I'm like, I'm just so happy about everything, how it's turned out with Catherine and King Charles. And I'm just so excited to watch all the pomp and circumstance. I love it so much as a Commonwealth gal. And I hope you are going to enjoy it too. And if you don't get to see it for some reason, just know that I will be having a recap as soon as possible. So see you soon again. Love you.